Good morning. Today's our final full day on the Disney Treasure. Today we are here at Castaway Cay. The ship is already docked. It is about 8:20 a.m. We are allowed to get off the ship starting around 8:30. We still have to go get breakfast, and then after that we're going to see what characters we can find on Castaway Cay. We're going to explore the beach. This is going to be our first time ever checking out Disney's Castaway Beach, and I am so super excited because it is your private island and it's apparently the prettiest island on all of our itinerary. So let's check it out. We also do have Coco dinner tonight at Plaza de Coco. Today's theme is supposed to be Day of the Dead. So that will actually be our final rotational dinner, and I'm super excited because the first day we ate at Coco, I really enjoyed it, but I'm a little nervous because I enjoyed it so much that I'm worried that the same menu won't happen again this second day around, since the menu has happened to change at 1923, and it's also changed for the Marvel show. So because of that, I'm a little nervous, but I'm sure it's still going to be good. And on top of that, we also have a show, Broadway-style show, that is supposed to be Moana themed. So it's going to be a brand new show that apparently has debuted on the Disney Treasure. So this will be our very first time watching it, and I'm super excited because last night's Broadway show was Beauty and the Beast, and that one was so great. I can't wait to see what they do with Moana. Ooh, it is warmer than I thought it would be. That's a good sign. Still a little breezy, but it will pick up. The sun will pick up. You can see there's a tram coming along down that way. Oh, and it looks like there's actually some people already walking there. Must be the early risers. Some people like to get up early to do the Castaway Cay 5K. Oh, but this water looks so beautiful. Can't wait to explore the island. We are back at Marceline Market for our final day of breakfast. We are still really full from last night, but we wanted a little bit of breakfast in our system. So we got, this is all the both of us are eating for today. So each of us is getting one eggs benedict, one Mickey churro, and I'm not sure if Anthony will be having this, but I'm definitely having some hash brown. And that is it for today's breakfast. This Mickey waffle was the star of the show. We did it! We touched land! We're at Castaway Cay! Look at this handsome man. Hottie. There was a tram we were planning on taking to the bike rentals, but we changed our mind and decided to walk. So now we are walking and enjoying the scene. We've arrived here. It looks like there's some more photo stops. Mickey's here taking photos, so is Goofy, and it looks like there's some shops here to look at. We just took a photo with Mickey, and now we're off to explore the rest of Castaway. This over there kind of looks like a water playground of some sort. Little bridges and whatnot for the kids to hang out in. Oh, and it looks like there's some little floaties out there. Bahamian Arts and Crafts. Pedal. Alright, my love, which bike would you like? Look, there's all different colors and sizes. And we finally made it over to Serenity Bay, aka the adult beach. I saw a sea star laying near the seagrass, so we're going on a scavenger hunt to see if we can find it again. Let's see if we can find that sea star again. Also, I'm on a pool floaty. We found it again. I had seen a sea star when I was here earlier, but I didn't bring my camera. Let's see if my camera will survive the water. Beautiful sea star.
That's how windy.
Now that I'm done swimming around Serenity Bay, I'm here for the barbecue that Disney has provided for us. And this is 18 plus only. So look at some of the stuff we got. We got cheeseburger, cookies. Apparently the cookies are amazing and you can only get these on the island. Some salmon, some chicken. I tried a hot dog. I got some steak. I got some brisket, a barbecue rib. Living the life out here. And now that we're done here at Serenity Bay, we are going to take our bikes back around the beach. See you later, Castaway Cay. It's been a pleasure being here. You are gorgeous. And here is a quick look at the Castaway Cay map. We did go all the way from the ship across around here, got some bikes, did that little bike path all around, continued on this way, made it to Serenity Bay, over here, walked around, got our lunch back over here again, and then came back and explored some of this beach side over here. Now we are back at the ship. Oh hey look, I found some treasure. And at the end of every port, so they do have some refreshing water for us. Thank you. You're welcome. Now we are back on the ship. We have a 3 o'clock Moana showing that we are trying to catch. And then we also have some more fun cruise activities because today's our last full day on the cruise. Poof! We are no longer in our bathing suits. We are back on the cruise ship and we have 7 minutes until the Moana Broadway-style show starts. So we're headed there right now. We made it with a few minutes to spare to see the Moana Broadway themed show here at the Walt Disney Theater. We're not allowed to film during the show, so you will not be getting to see any of it. But we've heard really good things and we really look forward to it. Now we're here for Disney Music Trivia Live with Matt Pinto. We got 25 out of 40 points. We didn't do so high, but we had fun. We lost at Disney Trivia again, but it's okay. Now we're grabbing a quick burrito at Donald's Cantina up on the pool deck before we go back down to Sarabi because next we have Walt Disney Trivia. I got my burrito and came right back down to Sarabi to catch some Walt Disney Trivia. This starts at 5:15. At 6 o'clock is our Moana show. So since this trivia will likely end around 5:45, we'll only get through part of it. And then we'll probably leave early to catch the Moana show again because it was really, really good. And we want to get better seats this time. Round 2 of the Moana show. Our final night at Disney Treasure, and I think this might be a little penguin with my sunglasses. And they set up the TV to U.S. Customs and Border Protection. We have to get ready because tomorrow morning we'll be back in Florida. So on the night before we debark the ship, we are supposed to have our luggages outside of our door by 10:30 p.m. if we want the workers to carry them outside for us. So we came back to the room, we started packing. We got our 2 main suitcases all packed. It looks like we need some new luggage tags, which we don't have, so we're gonna go see if we can get them. But for right now, it is time to go enjoy our final dinner aboard the ship. And tonight's dinner is going to be at Plaza de Coco. It should be Day of the Dead.
Remember me, although I have to run far. Remember me, each time you hear that guitar, know that I'm with you the only way that I can do until you in my arms again.
Of course. Oh my God!
In the flesh! Well, not in the flesh, but you get the gist.
Oh, okay. What color is the sky? I'm your amor, I'm your amor. You tell me that it's red. I'm your amor, I'm your amor.
Everybody on this side, give me your best grito. 1, 2, 3.
No sé si a Juanita sus ojos son bicolores, sus dientes chuecos y dientes, con sus uñas el suelo la si no fuera tan feo, su amor tal vez me podría dar. Y así se baila en Jalisco. No se rajen, muchachos.
These are the chicken enchiladas. Churro time! This will be the final good night on the Disney Treasure. For our final night, we are checking out Scat Cat Club. We're gonna see some piano music with Matt Grinke and potentially order a drink. Here's a quick look at the Scat Cat Lounge Cafe. You can see all the little footprints in here. Oh, and it's an electric menu. I think today we should get the cat's meow for $130. JK. Here's a look at the Française, and here's a look at the Parisian. Cheers! Boop.
The slow.
So afraid I'm gonna drop it. Thoughts?
He's like pink lemonade.
We are here with Matt Grinke today.
To the Scat Cat Lounge. My name is Matt Grinke, and this is a little set I call Disney Jazzified.
The true treasure is within this chest.
But it's happening now.
That's it! Huzzah! You found it, my friends! There they are. Better than gold, stronger than diamonds, more valuable than any prize in the universe. Your memories. Such things will always be greater than all the magic, all the treasures in all the world.
Good morning! Today is day 8 of our Disney Treasure trip, which means it is actually Debarkation Day. I'm pretty sad about it, but we have to go back to reality. And so now here we are. It is about 7:30 a.m. and we have breakfast down in Coco at around 8:15. After that, we gotta go. Here we are at Coco one last time. Goodbye, Plaza de Coco. So apparently there was another group that was having breakfast right now in Plaza de Coco, and they're not done eating yet, so we gotta form a line. This is how far back the line goes for breakfast.
Did you guys have fun? Yeah. Good.
They should start seating us maybe in about 10 minutes, but we'll see. It's a very long line. Okay, now we're going in for the last time. Here is a look at the Debarkation menu. So sad. As if we hadn't eaten enough this cruise. We're in the Coco restaurant, and you can see the parking lots out there, and here you can see the top of Peter Pan. Anthony and I both ordered the ham and cheese omelet, so here it is with a little hash brown on the side. We got some OJs, and that will conclude our Disney Treasure meals. Hi friends, this is Future Ale here to give you a quick recap on day 7 aboard the Disney Treasure. As you know, day 7 was our last day on the treasure, right before Disembarkation Day. Yes, I learned that the right term is disembarkation, not debarkation. For our final day, we started off with breakfast at Marceline Market, surprise, surprise. But this time, breakfast included churro Mickey waffles, which I thought were absolutely amazing, especially because I love churros and I love cinnamon, and that was just quite the sugar rush to get the morning started. We had already docked at Castaway Cay. If you don't know what that is Disney's private island, one of the 2 that they own now, and it was so beautiful. It was very neat, very decorated. It wasn't like what any of the other ports that we had visited before. Day 7 was a lot of fun. We made it to Castaway Cay sometime around 8:30. By the time we got off the ship, it was probably around 9, maybe closer to 9:30. I don't exactly remember the time, but it was early enough that we were able to walk around, take pictures with Mickey. We were able to take in the beautiful scenery as you saw, and then we went for a beautiful bike ride and enjoyed our time exploring the island. We made our way over to the adults section, which I think is called Serenity Bay or Serenity Beach, and so that's where all the water was super clear. There weren't many kids running around or anything like that. So if you want a more silent and relaxed experience, that would definitely be the way to go. They do also have family-oriented sections where they have more like water playgrounds and you can do more snorkeling and activities like that. Those are more family-oriented, but they will be a little bit louder and probably a little bit more crowded. So the section that we went to, I was able to walk around. The water was super, super clear, and I was able to find a beautiful starfish, or sea star as they are called now, out in the wilderness. So that was pretty interesting. I am a little bit afraid of the sea, so that one sea star that I saw, that was more than enough for me. Maybe at some point in the future, I'll get used to exploring the ocean a little bit more. And then after we had our fill at the beach, I did end up going over to the barbecue. So I think there were 3 different sections within Castaway Cay that you could go get food, and they all pretty much had the same food items. However, the Serenity area for the adult section, that one apparently also had steak, which to my knowledge, none of the other 2 stations included. So the food was really good. I mean, it was just barbecue food, but to me, it felt like I'm at a cookout again with my family. So it felt very fun, very relaxing. The food was still good and it was definitely filling. They also have a lot of different shops and they have a lot of different like little drink stations where you can go pick up drinks on the island. We did end up buying some merchandise there, but I did not film it because I was too busy enjoying myself. After we finished our time on the island, we made it back onto the ship because we really wanted to watch the Moana show. It's a Broadway-style show that they do at the Walt Disney Theater. That was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it so much that we ended up watching it a second time. So we watched it twice in one day, and we just really love all of the puppetry, the costuming, everything was very fun. And then another really cool thing that we enjoyed was going to eat at Plaza de Coco again. This was our 3rd time eating at the Plaza de Coco restaurant. The first time we ate there was just kind of a plaza celebration. The second day turned out to be pirate night, so that was just all pirate themed, nothing really to do with Coco. And then this 3rd time, which was our last and final dinner, it was our last and final rotational dinner. This time was themed to Day of the Dead, or I should say Night of the Dead, because it seemed like everything was pretty dark. So for Day of the Dead, I really enjoyed the music. I enjoyed seeing Hector there. I enjoyed seeing Miguel playing a variety of different songs, some from the movie, some not. And I was totally shocked when I saw Dante, the alebrije, flying around the dining room. That was a lot of fun and totally unexpected. And unfortunately, that was our final dinner aboard the Disney Treasure. We really, really super enjoyed it. And actually, before we went down to our dinner, we did have to pack all of our luggages. So we packed everything up in our suitcases, put our luggage tags on top of them with our information on there of our names and addresses and things like that. And then we stuck them out in the hallway. That way, the cruise cast members would come through and pick them up, and then they would actually deliver them for us, that we were not carrying them the next morning. So there was a certain curfew / time that we have to have everything outside in the hallway by if we do want them to take it. So that's why we had to prep it before we went out to dinner. And so for our final day, all we had to do was pack our last little bit of belongings, our backpacks, our duffel bags that we had, and we had to clear out the fridge of all the little snacks that we had collected along the trip. And so for that final day, they do wake us up super early, or at least it was early for us. It was maybe around 7 in the morning. We had to start making our way off the ship. we had to start getting ready for breakfast. Breakfast on the final day is always scheduled at the last place where you had dinner. So for us, we did go to Plaza de Coco a fourth time, but this one time was just for breakfast. There was nothing themed about it. They just want to make sure that everybody that's on the ship gets their food. We ordered a couple omelets. It was nothing spectacular, but we learned after we got back from the cruise that there is an omelet station on board at Marceline Market where you can go and they can make your custom omelets, which is something that we looked forward to the whole trip. However, we never knew that that was actually there. We saw some little buzzer things there in one of the sections, but we never understood what it was for, nor did we ask. Once we see eggs benedict and Mickey waffles, that was pretty much enough for us to not worry about the omelets. But future tip in case you're curious about that. And so that was our final meal on board, was those little measly omelets at Plaza de Coco, pretty similar to the ones that we got at Marceline, pretty similar to the ones that we got at the 1923 restaurant that one time that we had breakfast there. After that, everybody just gets off the ship, and everybody's luggages are all laid out, so it's kind of like going through customs again, but nothing too special there. And that concluded our trip. It was a very sad moment once we returned to the gloomy weather here in the States. Overall, we had a lot of fun. The cruise was so much fun. I definitely recommend if you are able to. I do understand that these trips can be pretty pricey. We saved up for over a year so that we could go on this trip. And we did it because it was our 10-year anniversary. Otherwise, we probably would not have decided to splurge that much money on a trip like this. But we do think it was very well worth it. We had so much fun every single day that we were on board. We had fun at the ports too, but honestly, we just enjoyed most of our time on the actual ship. We did not really see a need to do any of the ports. Maybe that'll change if we do end up taking another cruise in the future, but overall, the ship is where it's at. The food is great. I did not get tired of eating at Marceline Market, like pretty much every day. I did not get tired of the rotational dining. I did not get tired of the pool cabana fast food section. I think it's called Mickey's Festival of Foods. Did not get tired of that. Then again, I do like to eat a lot, so there you have it. We also really enjoyed all the Broadway shows. We enjoyed seeing Beauty and the Beast. We enjoyed seeing the Moana show. We enjoyed seeing a magic show. We also enjoyed seeing the Broadway stars Susan Egan and Adam J. Levy. That was a lot of fun. We enjoyed all of the live entertainment. Everything that was on the stage at the main hall was fun. The performances at Scat Cat were fun. All the drinks at all of the little bars, everything that we tried, everything was so nicely decorated. The service was above and beyond. And we love that we got to see the same cast members over and over again. So for instance, our room attendant came and introduced himself to us pretty much right after we got on the ship. He knocked on our door and he said, "Hi, my name is this, and I will be taking care of your room. I come around this time and then again in the afternoon around that time. If you guys would like me to accommodate that, please let me know. If you guys ever need anything, let me know." And every time that we'd see him in the hallway, he was always friendly with us. He'd always ask us about our day. The connection was real. It felt real. And then same thing whenever we went to our rotational dinners, we would see the same server. So we always had the same room, we always had the same table number, and we sat with the same table mates, and we had the same server. And the only thing that really changed was the menu and the restaurant depending on the day of where we were going to be eating. And so we got to form a connection also with our server, and he would talk to us, he'd tell us about his family, he'd do magic tricks, he'd tell us jokes. It was such a great experience getting to see him again. I got really sad knowing that we weren't going to see him anymore. He also had an assistant server who we also bonded with. Both were really amazing, and I hope that we see them again sometime. So overall, service was great, food was great, the activities on board were great. Definitely recommend if you are ever able to do a cruise, and I had never done any cruises before, but I would definitely stick with the Disney Cruise Line, and I highly recommend the Disney Treasure. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for following along. This was day 7. If you're interested in watching any of the other cruise videos, I have created a playlist, which will hopefully play at the end here for you so that you can go through and see what our entire trip entailed. And thanks again for everything. Thank you for following, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.